This is Old New Dude with theories and tinfoil of Game of Thrones and beyond. Thank you for returning to my channel. If you've watched any others, or thank you for the first time. And I don't know why you clicked on me. Fair use laws are in effect, and spoilers ahead. Don't know what good that does. So if you do, type in the comments. All right, Benjen Stark's been on my mind a good little bit. Don't know why. Went on two live chats, Rarist and Order to Green. I got half a mouth, so saying hers is difficult. Only half my face works if you haven't noticed already. And asked the same question: will we see Benjen in the Golden Company? Got two different responses. I'm fine with both responses. They're 100 times better than I am at this stuff. I'm low ticky tech. Um, what we know about Benjen Stark? I mean, he's Ned's younger brother. He was Lord of Winterfell when Ned went off to fight Robert's Rebellion. He's the first person that Jon talks to in Jon's first point of view character chapter. He was dressed to the hilt, all in black, nicely. He's meeting the king. When Ned finds out that that Robert's coming, he has Cat tell Maester Luwin to send a raven to Ben. I think he calls him Ben in that. He would want to be there. If you see flies, they're driving me crazy. Left the garage door open, and I've done killed 20 in a day. So if you see me freaking out, it's not that I'm that crazy. I'm a little bit crazy, but one just jumped on that camera. So he didn't send the raven or the letter himself. So there's that. Sort of talks or tries to talk Jon out of joining the Night's Watch. Tells him you don't know what you'd be giving up. Kind of gives you the impression that he didn't want to be there, but and then takes Jon to the wall. We don't get a lot of interaction. Of course, that could have been George just planting the seeds for Jon and Tyrion's budding friendship. Doesn't help him at the wall. Don't want to read too much into that. He's the first ranger. I mean, he don't want to show favoritism. I mean, Jon's got to earn his place at the wall. He can't be. He's everybody's brother, not Benjen's nephew. So don't read that too much in there. I haven't passed though. He goes north of the wall, but I think at least two men, and there's a reported missing. That's the last we know. And when I asked the questions, Sir with Order of Greenhand apparently did a lot of searching for Benjen Stark, and he couldn't find him. I'm not gonna find him. I'm not even gonna try to find him. I'm just gonna talk about it. So let's see what could happen after he went north of the wall. Well, if he deserted, like Order of Greenhand thinks, and I got a problem with that. It's a really good theory. He killed those two people with him a mile north of the wall. Why wander off 9 days, then desert? You're going to do it pretty quick. Give yourself a head start. Get south, Night Fort. Nobody knows what he looks like. He's been at the wall 15 years. I mean, as long as he stays away from Stark lands and major houses, I mean, he can get out of the north. I mean, he grew up in the north, so I'm pretty sure he knows his way around. So yeah, he can get a ship out of there, but where's he going to go? Essos. He's not a singer, so sellsword, most likely. And then we got a couple of sellsword companies. I think Roger Stark's either formed or was in the Second Sons, so having another Stark there ain't no big deal. Golden Company. These flies, I swear. If he's in either of those, we're going to see him again. And I just saw a fly on me. Here's one on my screen. This is the Lord of the Flies video right now. Changed my tag to the Lord is Wise instead of the old new dude. But yeah, I mean, he'll pop his head up, especially if he's back in a Targaryen. I mean, it doesn't matter which one. Second Sons with Danny and Golden Company with Fagon. Yeah. Hey, you're going to need a Stark, and then it'll eventually reveal who he is to make himself more of use and get a better outcome for himself after the war is over with. So yeah, I like that. Thought it was Dario Naharis there for a while. I mean, I'm still on the fence on that one. I mean, Dario represents everything that he's not: flamboyant, colorful, falls madly in love with Danny, gets friendly with her. So yeah, I mean, the hook knows on the description. I mean, accents, backstories, and all that stuff could be made up. I mean, you go to Essos, you're not gonna say, "Hey, everybody, I'm Benjen Stark. I'm a deserter from the Night's Watch." You're gonna come up with something. He's been Benjen Stark of the Night's Watch for 15 years. I mean, he wants to be something else, then be something else. I mean, who's to stop him? I know John said he had sharp features, so I don't know about the hook nose. That's the only thing holding me off on that one fully. If I knew for a fact what Benjen's nose looked like compared to Dario, then boom, yay, that's it. Artwork, it's kind of hard to tell the official. Similar but not the same. But yeah, blue hair, Winterfell blue. So yeah, I like that one too. He could be in with Mance Rayder. That would be kill the two guys with a Night's Watch just so he can do whatever Mance Rayder needed him to do. And we know Mance flies. We know Mance knows how to get south of the wall and has connections down there. So yeah, he might be doing something that Mance needs him to do. That he's in the loop on what needs to be done for the worst to come. Because I mean, he's at the back of the hall with John, and that's where Mance was. So you would think that the first ranger would know what Mance Rayder looked like, and we don't hear any. Hey, it's Mance Rayder back there. So I mean, he might have saw him. They might have talked. George only knows right now. So I like that theory too. Others answered my question. He's dead. Got no problem with that one either. I mean, George just might have used him, got what he wanted out of the character, and he's dead. You might see him in the undead army. He might fight John. But you just got to be to a point of view, or somebody's got to say, hey, look, that's dead Benjen Stark. I don't think he's cold hands. But I got no problem with people thinking he's cold hands. Like I said before, I mean, everybody reads these books and gets something completely different out of it. Who you watch, or what you truly believe, or what you want to be true, will affect how you interpret the words on a page sometimes. And when I watch videos, I tend to get ahead of myself in the books. Or after watching somebody's video, I mean, I've read the books, I think 4 times, 5 times now. I think I'm on my 5th time. Hearing the video in the back of your head when you're reading a chapter tends to kind of steer your point of view. So I try to read it and ignore. I'm just going to go fly crazy here in a minute. Ignore as much as I can. You can't completely forget everything you've heard. And if you watch channels, I don't watch that many channels, but I try to watch every video that channel does without going crazy. So, all right, where are we back on Benjen? All right, dead. I mean, Sir with the Order of Greenhand showed up on his phone a map of where the last footprints of Benjen was. And then they just disappeared. Well, we know the White Walkers walk on snow, so I'm assuming they don't leave footprints. So they could have snatched him. I mean, they need Stark blood or want Stark blood or have a hard on for Starks. I mean, he could be in their clutches. Got no problem with that either. Um, and then also there was a theory. I can't remember the guy's name. It was on who was it? Gray Area. It was in one of her videos in the comments. The theory is that Benjen is John's father. Him and Liana. Not to get too tinfoily. I mean, I like tinfoil, so this whole channel is pretty much about that. Him and Liana did the same thing Cersei and Jaime did, and it's not king's blood; it's kin's blood. That's why Crasher's babies are so important, because it is kin's blood, and John would be the ultimate Stark, having kin. Uh, which, I mean, you got to remember the time that this story is based on, the time period. Stuff like that happen all the time. People get married at 12, 13 years old. You cannot use today's standards or morals or sense of justice, any of that. I mean, first time that when I read it and Jaime pushed Bran, I'm like, okay, I'm done with this character. But I want to say it was Order Greenhand pointed out that, okay, there's a reason. I mean, he at first caught him. His first instinct was to catch the boy from falling. And then if the boy lived, that would mean the death of him, Cersei, the kids. It would start a war. Shoot that fly away. So, I mean, your first instinct on some of these things might not necessarily be the best one. So that's why I take the second read or looking at better minds on these YouTubes to point out what you missed, and I missed a lot. So I missed the forest for the trees a lot of times in this book, in these books, because George is way smarter than I am. So yeah, I mean, so why Benjen did what he did, don't know. Oh, I'm gonna kill this fly. So yeah, I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility that guy's. And the very next video, this one I actually will. On 9 times 10, if I tell you I want to look up something, I'm not. I'm just saying it for the video. But this time I will. That guy's theory, I want to give him the props for it. I think he said he's been working on it for like 3 years. That was a very long 2 comments. I mean, he could have about wrote a half a book right there. I loved it. I mean, and that's something I never thought about when it comes to Benjen. So, like I said, he's more complicated than you're initially led to believe, and I don't think that George would have left that character with so many routes that he could have gone with it and not reusing. I mean, I would think that he would save him for a rainy day, or, I mean, his tree is growing all over the place, and at the end of it, it's going to have to, I mean, plot lines are probably going to just get, not everybody can survive every battle, so we're going to see people dying probably quickly in these next 2 books. But, yeah, I mean, we can see Benjen again. I hope we do. I mean, I want to learn more. I mean, he's somebody that was there at the Tower of Joy, if it happened in Winterfell, like I believe. So yeah, he can shed light on it. Howland Reed can shed light on it. I mean, we got these characters that we hear about or see once or maybe twice, and then they're main characters. They have input to put in these stories, or to shed light on the things that have happened that we don't know about. And they're I mean, if not them, then who do we find out what happened through? Who do we find out the answers, if not through this person or that person that we don't see? So he's one of those characters that I would like to have come back around. I would like to get some answers from him on certain things. So, I mean, I want to believe that he's not dead. So when I read somebody else's comments or answers, uh, I don't knock their answer. It's just, like I said, you kind of get out of what you put into it. So I put into it that I want him to be alive. So I'm hoping that he is. So, all right, that's me and Benjen. It's about my normal length of the video. One of these days I'm gonna put out a 5-minute video, but I talk too much and too slow. Um, don't care if you like, don't care if you subscribe. These videos are just to get thoughts out and talk to the man cave. Before Winds of Winter come out, maybe one of my stupid theories, which none of the theories here on this one was mine. I mean, I think the only original theory I've had was on the very first video. No, I don't know about a Gendry one. That Gendry's Azor High. I think I've heard that somewhere, so I'm not claiming that one. But the Border Green Hand had a swap. Watch that video. I put what they did to it to another area where there could have been a swap. And I checked YouTube and Google and all that stuff. I didn't find anybody else saying it. So, unless somebody comes on here and tells me, no, this person on this 2 years ago, a year ago, whatever, that was my original. That's the Order of Green Hands hung their hat on Ned and Char's, John's parents. I'd like to hang my hat on that swap that took place. The very first video, if you haven't watched it. And according to the numbers, you probably haven't. But yeah, thanks for checking out this video. Please leave a comment. All right. Yeah, like I said, I don't care about likes or subscribe, but leave a comment. I mean, I'd like to shoot the breeze or bounce back ideas, because I got nobody to talk to about this stuff. And I type for crap on my chats. It's by the time I type in a response, it was 20 comments have done gone by, and we're gonna change topics. So I'm not knocking live chats. It's just typing is not my friend. But thank you for checking out this video. I know I'm a little all over the place. Hope you're doing well. This is Old New Dude with Theories of Tinfoil of Game of Thrones and beyond. Have a good day.